morning, of course, absolutely every single Wednesday morning, around about this time, myself and Jonathan get to do a little bit of a midweek moment. And this week, absolutely no different. Although we're doing a holiday program, we still got to share our midweek moments. So it's just something that I kind of was just reflecting or just like looking at. And I know probably most of you as well would be doing it now, seeing that we're on holiday time, holiday season. And that's, of course, the fact that I love to travel. Absolutely love traveling. I enjoy road trips. I must be honest. I prefer the road trips down to the garden route because it's not that far away. It's like what, 4 hours away, 5 hours away, and then you're there, right? So it's like it's not that far away, but it's quick enough. It's short enough. But it's always a good road trip. But then there's also those times when we have to do the road trip to Durban. And let's be honest, that's hours. That's like years and days. Like, wow, I love it. I actually do enjoy the road trip. But I think, when we just start off, when we leave home, it's like everyone is excited and everyone's really amped up, like, hey, we're road tripping. We've got our snacks. We're all set. We can't wait to get out to our destination. We're excited about, what we're going to do when we get to our destination, who we're going to see. And we're just absolutely excited, and we all pumped up. And then not long, maybe a good couple hours, we start kind of feeling like, are we there yet? And it's like, this is only like 4 hours. And then maybe a little bit further on, it's like, oh, we're there yet? And we've only driven maybe 8 hours. And as you know, Cape Town to Durban is quite a long stretch. And especially if you're on the N1, there's not much to see. When you do the garden route, it's beautiful, it's like really pretty. You can admire God's creation. But while you're on the N1, basically all you see is nothing. It's just road. It's just sometimes you're like the only car on the road sometimes. And as you drive, the further you go, the further you're on the road, it's like lonely because there's like absolutely nobody. And you start to feel tired. You start to be like, "Ugh, are we seriously not there yet?" I know that when we just left, we were like, oh, we can do these 18 hours or whatever, ever many hours it is. And it's like only 8 hours, and you're like, seriously, how much longer are we going to do this? How far are we? And you've got the end result in your mind, but in your mind, you're still like, I don't know how much longer am I going to go? And it kind of makes me think that even when you're in a situation or when we're in a crisis, don't we feel the same way? When we start off, we're full of faith, we're full of hope, we believe, we know we're gonna do this, we're gonna see it. But maybe it's a day later, or a week later, or a month, 2 months go by, 4 months, a year, 2 years go by, 3 years go by, and you're like, say what? Are we there yet? Are we really not there yet? And we like, how much longer? I mean, how far is this road trip going to go? I started off, I believed, I had hope, I knew what's going to happen. But 4 months down, I don't know if I'm ever going to, what is happening, Then we alone, we start to feel so tired and we just don't know what's going to happen. We just can't see that final destination any longer. As you get further and further, it feels further and further away. And this is what I want to encourage you with this morning. Just like when you're on a road trip, when you're on a long distance road trip, you're traveling and it gets dark and you like the only car on the road, you feel like there's no other cars. Just remember that you're not alone. Because when you're on a road trip, you're with your family or you're with your friends or you're with people that you love. Same way when you are on this situation where you're waiting, when you're in that middle, your father is with you. So as you usually would swap out to exchange drivers, swap out with your father. Let him take the wheel, while you go and rest in the back seat, while you go take a nap. Because let's be honest, Jesus said we should take a nap, right? He did it in the boat, didn't he? So while you taking a nap, while you're resting, swap out. Let your father do the journey. Let him do the driving, because he knows the route better than what we do. I mean, he knows that route. He doesn't need GPS. He doesn't need maps. He doesn't need anything. He's already got that route mapped out for you. So why not let him take the route? And while you're in that middle, just remind yourself that he is with you in that storm. And even though that road, you're feeling all alone right now, and this, you're like, oh, we're really not there yet. Remember, that your father is. And I just want to just read a few lyrics from a track which I absolutely love. It's from a Maverick City. The track is called "You Hold It Together," and you can go and check it out on YouTube. And some of the lyrics are: "You come at the right time, when I least expect it, never behind. So why would I be surprised when you deliver every time? On mountain tops, you stay the same. On valley lows, you never change. And I believe that I will see the goodness of the Lord, because I'm confident as season changes, your faithfulness remains. You go before me, you prepare a blessing, and you made a way. It's more than I could ever imagine, more than I can fathom or comprehend. On mountaintops, you stay the same. In valleys low, you never change. And also, you are the God of my present. You are the God of my future. You write my story and you hold it all together. And right here in the middle, when I don't understand anything that's happening, he will still hold you together. He is the Alpha and the Omega. You in the middle, he holds it all together. So while you're in that storm right now, just be reminded and be encouraged that your father's got you. He's in the storm with you. And that road trip that you're not on it alone. Take hold of your father's hand and allow him to lead the way.